Hello everyone, welcome to the apothecary, or welcome back to the apothecary if you are new. Today we are going to be making a DIY vapor rub. I know that a lot of people's families incorporate vapor rub in the cold and flu season like it's nothing. Anything happens, grab some vapor rub. So today, next time you run out of some vapor rub, I'm gonna teach you how to make a gentle, more soft, chemical-free version of that. So let's go ahead and get into it. First, you're going to be starting off with an infused oil. If you have any questions on how to infuse an oil or want to know any details about infused oils, you can definitely let me know. I will be posting a video about infused oils, how to make them, what they're useful for, and all of that. But for now, we're just going to say this infused oil. I used eucalyptus and peppermint for this infusion. Eucalyptus and peppermint are really great herbs. As you guys know, they are very strong herbs, and usually if you're using eucalyptus or peppermint together or separately, you want to dilute it because a lot of people's, their skin is sensitive to it, their nose is sensitive to it. It's just they're very sensitive herbs. But if you're wanting to use them together, an infused oil is the best way to do that. On top of this, I am going to be adding something else. In my little goodie bag, I will be showing you our secret ingredient, but don't you tell nobody, okay? This is what we are going to be using. And I know you're probably looking like, what the heck even is that? And you would be right to ask that. This is pinyon sap. It is the sap from a pinyon tree. If you look closely at this one, you can actually see some of the bark from the tree, and then you can see this is what that sap looks like. I really enjoy foraging, but my herbal mother gave me a big gift last time I went to camp, and she gave me some pinyon sap. But we made last time at camp some pinyon sap infused coconut oil. And that's just what that looks like. That's that sap there at the bottom. Sap is a resin. It is very sticky. It is very hard to work with. So if you don't know what you do, if you don't know what you're doing, I would probably stray away from using pinyon. But since I have it here in an infused oil, I'm gonna go ahead and add it to my vapor rub. Pinyon sap gives you that really earth-like forest smell. Like if you smell pinyon, it just smells like what you think the forest would smell like as a general whole. It's very earthy. Fun fact about pinyon, which I didn't know because I don't really live in places that I could necessarily benefit from using it, but I heard that in different states people like cut down pinyon trees and they use pinyon trees to use in their fireplace, but it's not really for campfires. It's more to like send the smell of the forest through your house. It's a very aromatic tree, and so you can imagine the sap from the tree is very aromatic as well. I hope that's the right word. Aromatic? That's not a word. Coconut oil, as you know, kind of moisturizes the skin, coats the skin if you have dry skin, so that'll be a great addition to our salve today. Pinyon sap is my secret weapon for the cold and flu season. Not only does it give me the good feels of feeling like I'm in the forest no matter what's going on, it will help open up your chest so you can breathe easier. You can breathe in that beautiful smell of forest easier. It's amazing. But again, be careful with it because it's a resin. It's very sticky, it's very hard to work with, so if you're going to use it, be careful. Pine resin has been long used to fight infections and to draw out impurities, not only on your skin, but in the air. It's naturally antimicrobial, so not only will it keep your skin safe, it will protect you from those little invaders that like to come invade during the cold and flu season. It's literally the best. But enough about pinyon and what we've got going on. Let's go into making this recipe. Okay, now we're going to talk about the thing that no one really wants to talk about. It's the boring stuff, but it's also the important stuff if you're going to make this at home. And I'm not really the numbers person, so that's how you know if I'm talking about numbers, it must be important. So today, we're talking about ratios. When it comes to the salves and rubs and creams and body butters, you need to be cautious of which ratio you use, because one ratio that works for one thing may not work for another thing. So for me, as far as my salves go, for example, this is my Mexican arnica salve that I made back in April. If you check out this consistency, it is pretty hard. Like, you can get some, but if you really want some, you kind of have to dig your finger into it. It gives me what I need. And by the way, Mexican arnica is really good for pain relief. If you have pain relief or any kind of skin issues, arnica is really good for that. And the reason it's called Mexican arnica is because there's different types of arnica. This one is specifically the kind that you would find in Mexico. Besides the point, when you are doing a salve like that, I use a 1:3 ratio. 1 part oil to 3 parts beeswax. If you're making something of that ratio, you're looking at something more towards like a lotion bar or the salve we just made. That's something along those lines. If you're looking for something more creamy, like how Vapor Rub naturally is, you'll be looking for a 3-to-1 ratio, which we're just gonna flip that. It's going to be 3 parts oil to 1 part beeswax. Or if you want to make it a little bit of a different consistency, you can do a 4-to-1, which is 4 parts oil to 1 part beeswax. Whatever works for you, but today we are going to be doing a 3-to-1. I typically do 1-to-3s, so this is kind of new to me as well, but we're going to do it together and we're going to learn something, and we're going to be able to make our own medicine at home, which is literally what this is all about. So let's go ahead and stop this and get into this, okay? Alright, so we're pulling out our handy dandy scale because we are legal drug dealers over here, so we're going to get this all set up. I'm going to go ahead and get this to 0. Alright, so we have our beeswax pellets here and we have our infused oil. Let's get to ratioing. This is ounces. We don't want ounces. We want grams. So we are at 0 now. I'm going to go ahead and add my oil first. Ooh. All right, so that's about 119 grams of oil. So we're gonna put some back. $106. $87. All right, that's about 102. We're just gonna stick with that now. All right, that is 33.99. 33.10. All right, we got 33 grams of beeswax here. All right, so for your salves or your oils or whatever, you need to make a double boiler. If you don't have one, if you have one, it's a lot easier, but if not, just grab a pot and grab something else that can go inside of it like this. Preferably like something that could fit around this perfectly, because we want as little to no water into our mixture as possible. We don't want anything that could possibly spoil or salve or our rub in this case quicker than it needs to. So we're gonna fill this up with water and then put our beeswax in here first to melt, and then we're gonna add the oil. Actually, we're gonna do it together. We're gonna let them melt together. Okay, so this is what our double boiler situation looks like. I don't have a top to fit on this, obviously. I am trying to get an actual double boiler, but we are gonna go ahead and add our beeswax and add our oil and let this melt together. All right, now that we've got it all in the pot, we're just gonna go ahead and let that melt, and I will be right back. Now that our mixture has fully melted, we are going to wait until it gets to a temperature between 120 and 140 degrees. Anything under 120 degrees, it will start to thicken. We wanna add our essential oils while it's hot. Sorry. We wanna add our essential oils while it's warm and liquid versus when it starts to thicken up a little bit. It won't seep through thoroughly. So we are going to sit for a little bit. We're gonna check the temperature, and then we're gonna go ahead and add our essential oils. All right, so I blame y'all for not reminding me, but I forgot to put my opinion sap and coconut oil in here. So we're gonna just go ahead and act like that didn't just happen. Typically, if you forget it, I would just do it again, do another batch. It'll throw off the math. It might throw off the texture of your salve. So don't do that. But we're gonna go ahead and let that mix a little bit, and then we're gonna take it off, add our essential oils. That's barely at 100. While we wait for that to warm up, I'm gonna go ahead and let you know what essential oils we're gonna be using. We're gonna be using a few drops of wintergreen oil. It will help give us that clearing feeling and that clearing smell without the mint and the methanol. As an additional boost, we are going to be using this silver fir oil. A couple drops. Not too much. We don't want it to be too powerful, but we want to make sure that we're able to clear up everything that we need to clear up. Alright, we are at a good place to go ahead and add our essential oils. So we're going to go ahead and add wintergreen. I'm not gonna lie to you guys, I am really shocked with how much this smells like a mixture of vapor rub. But this is really giving vapor rub. I'm really excited to see how it melts down. How it dries and the consistency of it. But the smell is passing the test. I cannot wait to see how this comes out. I'm so excited. Like, I can't explain. I'm excited. This is exciting. So I am going to be putting my mixture into these jars. And I will also be putting the remainder into these jars, which I will be selling on my website if you are interested in trying my homemade vapor rub. I think I should be able to fill everything up with these, but if you are interested in these, they will be on my website. Make sure you check the description down below. And I'm really hoping this turns out great. Okay, it's starting to dry up, so let's move a little quickly here. So we've got this, got the little official cap. Both sizes will be available on my website, but for right now, I'm just making this one for myself. These are my little small jars that I will be just letting you guys sample. Let me know how you feel about them. Look, it's drying. This is what we've got thus far. This is what it looks like. It's already starting to dry a bit, so I should be able to show you the finished product shortly, actually. We're able to get 1.5 into the jars, so I think that I should have enough in the melted pot to make enough for that last one over there. All right, so I decided to just name this the Sniffle Slayer. So we're gonna call it the Sniffle Slayer. That is a tongue twister. Okay, it's either Sniffle Slayer, Sinus Samurai, or Chest Quest. No. Vapo Goddess. Rub Me the Right Way. I don't know, but for right now I am going to write, actually I forgot what I said. Help me pick a name. Sniffle Slayer for now, but you guys let me know down in the comments what you think a good name will be. And we're gonna put those on the containers, and I'm gonna get those on the website. So if you guys want a Sniffle Slayer, you know where to find it. And you can only find it one place, the Green Goddess Apothecary. All right, this is the final product of our salve. This is what the, I was gonna say texture looks like, but I'm not gonna touch it because this is the one that we are gonna be selling. I am gonna take a scoop of the leftovers here just to get the consistency. And by the way, if I did not mention, this is best used if you warm it up. So once you get it, you can take it in your hand like this, kind of just hold it there. Some people just kind of like to rub it into their hands a little bit just so that your natural body temperature can warm it up. Or if you want to, you can take a scoop out, put it into something that's microwave safe, or on the double boiler or something, just to kind of melt it and get it a little bit warm. I'm just gonna rub it on my chest here. I really like the texture of this, you guys. I'm really proud of this. The texture of this came out really nice. It's not too hard. And I'm trying to see, here's mine. Oh, it's still wet. Mine is still wet. But with it being wet, it's kind of warm in the middle. So I'm just gonna rub it here, and we're gonna just see, what we feel. I can definitely get all the smells. The smell is amazing. It really does smell like a vapor rub without the chemicals, like naturally. But it also smells a little foresty, but it's really giving like natural vapor rub. That smell is really helping me feel like I can take a deeper breath. Oh my gosh, this came out really good. This came out so good. I'm so happy. Oh my goodness. I'm so happy with how this came out. But I'm gonna go ahead and put the stickers on this now. And one of the 3 Sniffle Slayers that I made in today's video, you can go ahead and check the link down in my description, and it will have the link to my website where you can go ahead and get your own Sniffle Slayer chest rub. Slay those sniffles away during cold and flu season. We want to get you right the natural way, okay? I appreciate you guys sticking tuned for this very long and hopefully educational video. Hopefully you guys learned something from this video, because the next time we are going to be learning about something super great. We're going to be diving into a specific herb, and not just a specific herb. We're going to be diving into most of the Western medicine herbs, the most beneficial ones, I should say. So thank you guys so much again for coming into the apothecary, and I will see you soon. Make sure you like, comment, and subscribe if you like this video. Bye.